The story of Little Women is about the four March sisters. They are Meg March, Josephine Jo March, Elizabeth Beth March, and Amy Curtis March. The story shows details in their childhood to womanhood. For me, I think why Little Women is the title of the story because when we say little, it can be a term represent their childhood innocence and then the word women to represent the period of their womanhood. In our womanhood, even me right now, since I'm already 19 and I see myself walking road to the adulthood, I also looking back to the day when I'm child, just playing a role in some games. For example, the game what we called Bahay Bahayan. In the story, one character that get much my attention is the principal character or main character which is Jo March. I saw to her the writer's life. We know that writers have hope from nothing, from writing a story from their creativity and their need to introduce their work through their efforts. Sisters' life. I love their relationships as sisters, even they're really different from each other. They know how the importance of supporting one another. The story of the movie is also representing girl power, like how their dad taught to them as a woman they must be strong, kind, and independent. When I analyzing the story, I base on the movie. To know if it's under the young adult literature, I look the classification which are realism. In the story, I realized and learned a lot, especially that I'm also a girl. Romanticism. In the story, we met a romantic part. Most of the story I encountered, there always a romantic part. Adventure. Since our characters are really explorers, mysteries, where are in a modern and true literature we encountered, we more knows what surroundings we have. Like in the story, even the original of it is from old period. Supernatural, also very realistic. The story we can relate ourselves to the characters. Humor, even the movie is very knowledgeable. Some part of the movie are really amusing. Fantasy, and the part of their childhood time they're looking back where they're playing. Last classification is science fiction. If we base on the movie on how the story of Little Women is doing in a modern, it's also science fiction. If we question if the story is really appropriate to the young adult reader and watcher rather, or the audience rather, at the age of 12 to 18, or to adult, this story is alright for us because in this age we're not a child anymore. We must be aware to where we are and learn in many things. As what I said earlier, from the characters of the story, I am much related to the principal character, which is Jo March. Even when I'm child, I'm like her because even I'm not the elder child. I want that I am the leader. I'm much focused on how to explore my life. I love also playing a role in the story we play before when I was a child. I'm also like her in terms of pursuing to introduce with what I did, pursuing to appreciate what my work. What part of the story and written books that not included in the movie? Almost nothing are excluded. But some settings where they're like eating breakfast, a little matter, settings and ways of when Marmee telling Joe that she loves Laurie like a brother and that she could not love him in a romantic way.